Hi guys, this is Leo Kamini, the Chief Technical Officer at Gotaste, and today I'm going to give you an overview of what Gotaste is. So Gotaste is the world's first social network for restaurants. It's an all-in-one platform for dining, collection, delivery, social media, loyalty schemes, marketing, and digital kitchen management for restaurants. So in the past, restaurants have had to use as any kind of hospitality venue in the past. They've had to use five or six different systems to handle all those different aspects of running a restaurant. But with Gotes, it can do that all in one. Now you can see on the landing page here for Gotes that it looks absolutely beautiful. There are hints of Airbnb. The cards look a lot wider than they do on delivery. You can see here special cards. So special cards have a different look and feel to them. If I click on this card, you can see now we have hints of Instagram, but here there's a lot more information. You've got the item name, the price, but the restaurant, but also some ratings which you don't have on Instagram. You can also find the scheduled times for the item that you don't have on Instagram. You can decide to have your item either for dining or collection. It's up to the restaurant whether they want to enable dining or collection or just want the item to be listed. And you can also recommend the item to your friends and family. Yeah, you have some details about the item. So you've got things like your allergens or ingredients, but you can also have a little story about the item. So, for example, if you use flour that comes from Italy, or if the meat comes from a Scottish Angus beef in the Highlands, or Wagyu beef from Japan. And you can also have some instructions, for example, how to unpack the item if it's been delivered for collection, how to eat the item, even if you want to tell the customer which dish they should start picking first, or even tell them things like the dishes are going to arrive in a particular order. So you can tell them then the instructions. And here you can see it's very sophisticated. So you can have as many add-ons as you like. We'll see that later in the admin dashboard management. But there's a lot you can do on GoTaste. Is very powerful. But I want to go back onto the social media like user interface because GoTaste is very user friendly. It's very appealing. You can see here on our landing page, things look a lot better than on platforms like DoorDash or Deliveroo here in the UK, or Uber Eats, which everybody knows about. The Go Taste was really developed to make the food item stand out, and you can see it looks absolutely stunning. There's no other platform like this on the market. Now, I want to compare with platforms like Deliveroo. So this is Deliveroo. This is the landing page, and you can see it's very clunky. There's just too much. It doesn't look appealing. It's very difficult for the customer to know exactly what's going on. And same thing with Uber Eats. Again, it looks very clunky. They've got a big, massive map here. We're not really sure why. It's not really well thought out. So clearly, the product managers are not doing a good job. But if you then go on a restaurant page on Deliveroo, so we're going to view a restaurant page on Deliveroo, and you can see again, it doesn't look nice at all. It's very difficult to for the customer to know exactly what's going on. You've got some categories here, but what are the items, how to order. And again, same thing with Uber Eats. This is a restaurants page. It's not really clear what's going on, and it doesn't look good. The restaurant can't really do as much as they can on GoTest. Now let's go to a restaurant page on GoTest. So we're going to go on Tapas page. You can see it looks stunning. As soon as you land on the page, you've got this big, massive background picture to welcome you, and the typewriter text, which can be fully customized. Everything you see here is customizable for the restaurant. You've got some info panel here, which is similar to what you have on Instagram, but where we have a bit of difference is that you can add things like your Spotify link, your Wi-Fi and password, or the web links. You have all the information about your restaurant opening time, but also scheduled times. Everything is there to allow you to properly manage your restaurant. So it's similar to Instagram, but very different. Also, you can see who's following you and who you're following. Here you have the social media bit, right? So similar to Instagram, but absolutely beautiful. Um, you can see the post here. Now, where we are very different from Insta is that each post that you see here can actually be linked to a food item, and I'll demo that later. But you can link each of these posts to a food item, which you can do on Instagram. Now, if you then want to just go to the menu, you can scroll down, and here you have a menu, and where again is you can see it's absolutely stunning. Again, hints of Airbnb here with the wide cards view. If you compare this to Deliveroo, which are these very small food carts, and same thing with Uber Eats. If you compare that to Gotaste is an item there. In fact, on Gotaste you can have as many pictures as you like, and you can in fact add pictures the same way as you would on Instagram on Gotaste. It's very different from Uber Eats, Deliveroo, or any other system out there. Now, um, where things are also different from Instagram is that all this is searchable. So, for example, you can search here for this item, palpate, and click here and order. So if you see an item on a menu, a paper menu, and then you ask the restaurant what is this item, the restaurant can, if assuming they have a QR code of their Go Taste page on the menu, they can just tell you scan the QR code and search it on Go Taste, and you'll find all the pictures. And that's exactly one of the things that Gotaste was designed to do. But what Gotaste is really good, it really shines, is that I'll show you in a second. If we go into more in mobile view, so if we change the display to something more mobile like this, you can see that when users are scrolling down, because they see more of the pictures, more beautiful pictures of the menu items, they're more likely to order more. So GoTaste is really good at motivating, incentivizes that larger basket size orders. So orders with larger basket sizes, which is really good for the restaurant. But it's also good at motivating repeat custom, because when the customer is going to try and order as much as possible when they see the beautiful pictures. But if they can't order more, they'll come back. And then when you couple that with the free loyalty scheme, GoTaste is really powerful at motivating that repeat custom. And again, that just means increased revenue for the restaurant. So there's a lot of pluses for GoTaste. We do a lot of things right. Now, we have a beautiful digital kitchen order management. In fact, it's the most powerful digital kitchen order management in the world. It's very when the customer places an order. So we're going to go to Outlier to see this restaurant Outlier, and we're going to place an order. Okay, and I will demo also how we're going to order some. So we're going to order the spice queen porridge. I'm going to demo how you can then uh, add pictures as on Instagram. So we're going to add this. We're going to add this for dining. Okay. Now I'm going to register. It takes about 2 seconds to register. My passport is already there. It's picked it up. I mean, my email is already there, so it's been picked up. That's it. You're done. You have registered. And as soon as you register, what the system will do, it will generate automatically a loyalty card. That's never been seen anywhere. And again, this is where we are different from Instagram. The system automatically generates this loyalty card, and you can use this loyalty card at any restaurant on GoTaste. And here you have all the information. But yeah, it's an absolutely great system. Okay, good. So now we're going to place an order. So we're going to go back to Outlier. All these are live restaurants, by the way, all days. Um, and I probably shouldn't place an order on the live system. So let me just go on the test system, on a test platform. It's not a good idea to disrupt the restaurants. Okay, so now we are logged in. And you can also log in as a courier. And you can manage multiple restaurants. This is the dashboard. When the restaurant logs in, you can see they can manage their restaurant, or restaurants, if there are multiple restaurants, can manage the menu, their kitchen, the loyalty schemes. They can create any rewards they like. Communication is your marketing tool. You can email anyone you like, and you've got your transaction log to keep track of your transactions. And now we're just going to go to the test environment client interface. And we're going to place an order with Ezra Gill. But this time I'm not going to register. I'm just going to log in right away. I just wanted to demo the loyalty card aspect that's automatically generated, but here I can just log in. That's absolutely fine. And I'm going to go in the kitchen for Ezra Gill. You can see that here on this drop down, if you've created lots of restaurants, that you manage lots of restaurants, you can manage their kitchens also, all the kitchens. You can view all the kitchens. Perfect. So we've added this to the cart. Now we're going to place the order at checkout. Now you can actually change the order type. So if your order is dine-in, you could change that to delivery if you wanted. Delivery is disabled for this item at this restaurant, but in principle you can do that if you like, and you can add in any special instructions, special requests, and the chef will see this. We're going to see that in a second. Good. So now I'm going to select a table. Where Gotaste is very different is you can have a picture for your tables as well. Um, yeah, we don't have a picture, but it makes it look really nice. In fact, I'm going to demo that with by adding an item from Fugazza. Fugazza is on our test environment, but also on our live environment. So they trade with us as well. So I'm going to add this item from Fugazza, but I'm going to have it for delivery. As I said, you can switch between the two, dining or delivery. Good. So it's been added. We're going to go back to the cart. And you can see here you can order from multiple restaurants at the same time, but you can't do this with platforms like Deliveroo or Uber Eats. I believe on that you might not be able to, but on GoTaste you can. You can order from multiple restaurants at the same time, and you can also have multiple addresses as well. So GoTaste is a really powerful platform to be able to handle all your dining or collection or delivery needs. It's really been designed for the customer of today compared to the incumbents. Now, as I said, you can select the tables, and I'm going to change the the order type for Fugazza so that we can see how beautiful the tables look. So now I Fugazza. Just need to refresh this for a second. Good. So now it's asking me to select a table, and you can say for each table that you've created, you can have separate pictures, and that really helps the customer to know which table they're sat. So it's very useful. But we're going to take this back to delivery actually. So we're going to change that again. So let's change that back to delivery because we're going to see how that looks in the kitchen, obviously, how that looks like for the chef. Okay, good. So I don't know if you guys have noticed, but if an item is for collection or delivery, the system will not expand the restaurant card, to ask you to select a table. It will only do that if you have an item that's dining, because if you don't select a table, the system won't allow you to place an order. So there are very clever things like this to make the life of the customer easy. Otherwise, the customer will not know that they have to select a table. So if it's just collection or delivery, we don't expand the restaurant card. But if it's there is any kind of dining item at that restaurant, then we have to expand and force them to select a table. Good. So now we are ready to place our order. Okay, so we're going to do that. All right, so now we've placed our order and it's going to come to our kitchen and it's going to make some noise. Great. So it's come to the kitchen. You can see the orders come here. He has some special instructions for the chef, my special request. It tells me at which table it is and it tells me spending. What I want you to see is that we can really manage granularly our kitchen. So we have the max quantity in the preparing queue to be the maximum. And every 1 minute, automatically, the orders are going to come in. We don't have a threshold quantity. Threshold just means that if you're down to a certain number, it will automatically add. I'm just going to put this like this because this is how the chef will typically watch the kitchen. And now the new order has come in. You can see this new order. It has automatically come into the preparing queue. So that's the one we just placed at 12:36. So the chef can just watch this particular preparing queue. You can see it's disappeared from the pending queue. So we have four queues in total. One for queued. That this simulate queued simulates any queue outside the restaurant. Pending is when you're at the till, you're ordering at the till. Preparing is for the chef, and ready is for when the order is ready. Now you can create as many kitchens as you like. For example, for your coffee counter, you can have a obviously your a digital kitchen just for that coffee counter. You can so that means you have a screen there, and then you can have a separate screen in the kitchen. So create a separate kitchen for the food kitchen. And when the chef is has cooked the order, all he has to do is either move it to ready manually or just click here. So we're going to do that and now it's moved to ready. Now for the customer, what does that look like? Now I'm being told the order is successful. I clicked on check status, and when I click on check status, it's going to load in a second. It's going to tell me that my order, Ezra and Gail is preparing. I forgot to say it's preparing. And now if I move that order to ready, so this is the last order in here, I'm going to move that to ready. And now if I refresh, now the customer, I'm being told that my order, give it 2 secs, that my order is ready. Okay. And I even have a timeline of when my order became ready. So it became ready at 12:38. So and I've ordered at 12:36 for this amount. So it's a very sophisticated system, extremely sophisticated system that we've designed, that we've created. And the restaurants can do a lot on Gotaste. It's very powerful. These kitchens have a lot of settings to help to make sure that the restaurants are not inundated. They're not flooded with lots of orders. Everything is really designed to make sure that everything works absolutely seamlessly. So this is effectively our overview for Go Taste. You truly can do a lot with Go Taste. I hope that you've enjoyed the demo. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate. Oh, hang on, I nearly forgot to show you guys how to add items to the restaurant page. So I'm going to demo that now before we end our demo. Okay, so I'm going to log in as one of the restaurants on the platform. So I'm going to log in on the client interface actually. Okay, so we're going to go to Ezra and Gil on the test environment. Okay, now I'm on Ezra and Gil. I believe I should have access to modify here. This is a test environment, so it's fine. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to edit this post, okay? I'm going to link this post to this item. This item, I believe, is which one? Which one is that? It's a beautiful picture. This one, the honeycomb crunchy. So let's do that together. So I'm going to edit the post. I'm going to link it. So if you want to link to an item, just click there. So we find Ezra and Gil. Okay. I believe it's the pancakes. Yeah, honeycomb crunchy. Found it. So link the item. Okay. So it's been linked. So now I can go back. So once you've linked, it won't allow you to do anything else. You have to go back. So it's linked. Now we can edit. Good. So why is that good? Now you can see it says buy here because when you link a post to an item, the customer can now click on here and they can buy the item. So if they click here on the plus, now they can buy this item easily. So they can buy it from the post if they like. The other thing is because this is linked, if I add a picture here, it will automatically add that to the post. So you can effectively just come here, post in the morning, new item. I'm going to find a beautiful picture of an item and I'm going to link it. You're going to see. So let's find a nice cake slice. Okay. So this one looks absolutely wonderful. So I'm going to save this picture. Uh, I believe we need JPEG pictures. So not sure why this is this English. Okay, perfect. So let's find a nice cake slice. You can take the picture with your phone. It doesn't really make a difference. Everything is WebP these days, but that's precisely what we don't need. Okay, and now new item. So we're gonna add, we're gonna link it on Ezra and Gil to the honeycomb. Okay, so let's find Ezra pancakes. All right, so link. Good. Now that is linked, we're gonna add the picture, our new picture. Perfect. New item, and now we're gonna post. Good. So now we have a new post, but look at what's happened to the honeycomb country. So if I click on honeycomb country now, ta-da! Now I've added a new picture, and that's great because you can literally just wake up in the morning, take your phone like an Insta post, and as long as the post is linked to an item, you can continuously keep adding pictures to the items in your menu, and it's a very powerful way to keep things fresh. And also when you create a new post, anyone that follows you will obviously get a notification. But if you make a change to an item as well, let's say you just go in the admin panel in here to menu and you directly add the picture because you can also manage everything directly from here and you add a picture down here, you will also generate a notification. In fact, what the system does is whenever you add a new item, any new item that's added on your menu, the system will generate a post so that a notification is sent. If you change your schedule, like a notification is sent that people that follow you so that they know there's been a change. But you can also just go and change the picture directly here. And as you update your items, that will generate notifications as well. So it's really good to just keep things fresh, keep things fresh like that. So that was an overview of Gotaste, the new social network, the world's first and only social network for restaurants that helps you to handle dining, delivery, collection, social media, loyalty cards, marketing, and the digital kitchen management as well. It's an all-in-one, meaning it's very cost effective. With the digital kitchen management, you can save a lot on costs. You don't need a printer and have all the issues like ink, maintenance costs like ink and paper. But also with the dining collection and delivery all in one. So it means you don't have to think about going on multiple different platforms. Our fees are really low. We are the lowest. We have the lowest fee in the world at just 0.2%. Irrespective of the order type, we don't take a transaction fee. We just have a processing fee of 0.2% because we make our money from advertising. We've got an advertiser here. This platform is advertising. This Go 5050, they're advertising on Go Taste. They pay us money for advertising because it looks so friendly, so much more like Instagram. We can shop advertising on it. We have many interfaces where we can shop advertising, which is really good, which is very powerful. So it means our fees can remain low and we can generate revenues lots of different ways. We have lots of ways that we are already planning to charge restaurants for using our beautiful platform. So we hope you've enjoyed the tour. Thank you so much, and we look forward to hearing from you at Whiting Combinator and your feedback. Thank you.